record. And welcome all you beautiful women to this call. And I'm just going to share my screen so that we have a little visual that we can, oh, there you are, Lucy. Hey, welcome. We can watch as we go, but I'd also love to see the chat as well. So I'm going to get you all up. So I'd love to start off by, I guess, asking you the question, because a lot of people get drawn to this, especially women leaders and visionaries, because they do have a big vision on their heart that they really want to bring to life, especially at this time on the planet. So if that is you, drop in the comments, because I would love to hear. You may want to write what your vision is, or you may just want to write, yes, I have a vision that I'm here to bring to life. And I can see in the chats, yes. Deanna has a vision on her heart. Any others? Yes, freedom lifestyle. Yeah, freedom lifestyles. What else? What else is on your heart? I have an amazing vision. Yes, Lucy, we connected on this the other day. Healing. Yes, I have a vision for women, humanity, community. Beautiful. Keep it coming. What else? What else is on your heart that you want to bring to life that maybe you haven't yet found the right vehicle, community, support, environment, and even your own energy being in the right place to bring that vision to life? Women in overflow. Love it, says. My intention is to bring financial abundance into my reality and bring a paradigm shift into my community. I love that. That is a beautiful vision. Cool. Raising the vibration individually, one at a time, therefore impacting the whole of humanity. Awesome. And if you're playing along at home and you're watching the replay, really, like, what is that vision on your heart? Because that really is the start of this call, and that is really what this is about. And also, another question that I'll pose to you is, do you also inherently know that there is a better way for you to access the capacity of your own human vessel, of your own energy, of your own frequency and vibration, to really optimize that at this time on the planet? Because again, that's another reason people get drawn to Healy. The common thing I hear is they're like, I know that this is capable of more, and optimizing your energy, frequency, and vibration. So yes, click in a yes, that resonates. Yes, I know that my energetic body and being is there's more that's available. Yes, the multidimensional being of light. Yes, 100% with all of my being. Yeah. Oh, I love your vision, Rachel. Amazing. Oh, there's more people in the waiting room. Great, because that really is, I want to see all your beautiful faces again, why we're here, because it's something that I came across, and I'm going to share my story with you a little bit later. Where are we? I want to take off these bottom slides. Sorry, tech isn't always my strongest point. But yeah, women get, I'm going to speak to women a little bit in this, but it's bigger than that. There's a huge community getting drawn to this beautiful little magical device that is Healy, especially at this time on the planet. And we just had another call beforehand where we were really talking about the energetics and frequency that is happening in the world right now. Like, the biggest, most important thing we can be doing is really having support with our own energetic environment. And there are so many things, there's so much information, there's so many things pulling for our energy and attention. And for us to have a device that allows our energetic environment to be in its optimal state, I think is the most powerful thing we can be doing right now to, to be in our center, to bring our vision to life, but to have support at this time. And so we're seeing this huge shift in humanity at the moment, at this time on the planet. And I don't think it's by chance that 2020 is when everything started happening in the world, but it's also the time that this technology really started to enter into the market, and this hidden wisdom, I guess you could say, of frequencies. And so we're going to be talking into that today, this age of Aquarius, where technology is a huge part of that, and it is a huge part of the future, like where we're going in the future. So how do we really work with technology to support our evolution? This age is also about women in leadership and leading in a new way. It's about humanity. It's about community. So these are a lot of the things that we're going to touch on, and we're going to talk about how Healy is a vehicle, and you're going to hear some incredible stories from women that have really integrated Healy in their life, both for their own energetic upgrades, if you will, and then also for serving and impacting and healing on a bigger scale. So we're going to talk about this as a vehicle for abundance in health, wealth, and freedom. So just to tell you where we're going over this next probably 30 minutes. So I've already touched on this. We're at this really pivotal time on the planet where evolution is no longer an invitation. And I think many women that get drawn to this, you've already been doing the inner work. You've been doing the healing. You've been doing all the things because you've probably felt this call to evolve yourself as a leader. And then also we're seeing now that it's not optional. Before it was potentially optional, even though we probably felt a call to do that work, but now it's a necessity. And I really feel like Healy is a bridge, is a tool that supports people that are on this journey as an access point to start upgrading their energy and their frequency. But really sets them off on this evolutionary journey, but within a community and with a device that can support that journey. And also for us that have been doing that work for a long time to have that energetic support and that community. So I feel like it's an incredible bridge. Science meets spirituality. It's where spirituality and material and wealth come together. Like I really feel like it's a meeting point of a lot of different, we've got a few more people entering. Yeah, it's a real meeting point at this time on the planet and offers a lot of solutions for people. Just a couple of the elements we're going to touch on is obviously like this at the core of it is about wellness, but I know everyone on this call would agree that like wellness is very holistic. That's financial wellness. That is your own energetic, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual wellness. And so we're going to touch on wellness from more the cellular aspect. We're also going to touch on it from a wealth creation aspect. And I know all the women on this call, we're really passionate about heart-centered women being really well resourced at this time. We're talking about technology, knowledge and skills that support you, I guess, within this business model, but in your own lives. And you really will get a sense of this community that is growing around this. It's beautiful, heart-centered people, very talented people that have their geniuses in different fields, but have also a common vision of coming together to create something beyond what we can do individually. So you will get to meet some of those people. I love this company mission and vision. Carmen's joining, beautiful. Welcome, Carmen, if you can hear me. I can't see you, but I just saw you entering. So this is the company mission and vision. Healy World creates revolutionary products and opportunities to empower you to thrive and live a life of freedom, passion, and joy. We deliver frequencies for your life. That's the mission. The vision, our vision is to empower people to live a healthy, fulfilled, and conscious life and to inspire our growing community to make a positive impact on humanity. Now, a vision and mission is lovely. If it's lived, and I really see that people enter into Healy. Normally there, and I've already spoken to many of you individually about this, there is a strong call. It's an intuitive knowing that there is something here for you. And when people honor that and follow that, it opens up worlds and people and opportunities that maybe they didn't even know when they first said yes to it. And I'm guessing that's why you're on this call. You've followed that pull and that call. But the people that I see that enter into this community and say yes to Healy and yes to what's available there for them, I actually really see this happening for them. I see them living in their joy. I see them creating a lot of freedom, and I see them really impacting humanity in so many different ways. And that's really, we said on the other call as well, at this time on the planet where there's a lot of uncertainty and a lot of change and a lot of old systems falling away, it feels so good to be anchored into a community of thought leaders that are really moving humanity forward at this time on the planet. And I know that that's something that, you know, people that are in a part of this already really, really talk about and live. I'm now going to hand it over to my beautiful wing woman, Arihia, who is just incredible. She has a strong background in the healing arts and business and kinesiology, and she really loves working with women as well. And I love how she describes, you know, the science and actually how Healy works in a very practical way. So take it away, Arihia. Do you want me to make yours first?
Yeah, you could, or I could just tell you when to skip if you want. Okay. Actually, yeah, because I won't have access to the slides. So yeah, you skip.
Okay, I will skip. Go for it.
There we go. Yes, thank you. Thank you for the introduction. I do love the analysis of like how science meets spirituality in a device, and it's part of my genius. It's part of my human design, and yeah, I'm really, really excited. When Healy first landed in my lap, I was like, it literally blew my mind. So yeah, I'm really stoked to be sharing that with you guys today. And for those of you who haven't seen it, this is a Healy. I currently have a coil on the back of mine, which means it's wireless, but it does have wires as well. And the heart of Healy really is it's energy, frequency, and vibration. And it's Nikola Tesla who said that if you want to know the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. And I love that because that really resonates with me. And science, it's proven scientifically in the field of quantum science, and many other sciences are taking it on board now too. As Sarah mentioned, I'm a kinesiologist. But yeah, many different sciences are bringing in this more holistic way of looking at the body and looking at us as more than just a body. And if you look at the basis of health and wellness and having that like stability and that coherence in your field where all things are like talking to each other, and you have that grounded, like powerful magnetic energy, like, wow, that person had great energy. What it comes down to is that obviously you look at us and we're people and we seem like we're firm and strong and you can touch us and, you know, that's matter. But you put all of what we are under a microscope and you start examining it. You look at our tissues and our organs, and you obviously see those cells, those beautiful like universes of information. And you break those down and they turn into, like you see, they're made up of beautiful different molecules, and those molecules are made up of atoms. Those atoms are made up of subatomic particles. And then in between that, like 90-something% of what we are is space. And that space is the energy. That's what literally informs how all of those particles arrange themselves, act, and how we essentially experience our life. Yes, please. Thank you. So essentially what Healy is doing is it's application based, so it connects to your phone or tablet, and it has the capacity to scan at a physical, at emotional, and at a mental level, because we're not just physical. Like, all of those layers of energy inform the experience that we have. So what Healy does is that it has a library of frequencies, 144,000 to be exact, and it will scan against those frequencies. Sorry, it was, wait, rewind. It does do that, but what it does to start with, it will scan and analyze physical, emotional, mental, and pick up the specific frequencies in your body that are causing bioenergetic imbalances. So, for example, it may pick up your liver, which may be at the physical, it may be at the emotional, and it may be at the mental level. So I'll give you an example of that. Like, the emotional equivalent of, like, in liver, what it's related to would be like jealousy and anger. So you may run liver program today, you may run liver program tomorrow, but they may be completely different. And for each person, that would be different, because everyone is made up in their own unique way. So Healy is scanning and analyzing where your imbalances are, and then it's delivering specific frequencies from that 144,000 library catalog of frequencies back into your body to bring your body into its optimal balance. Yes, please. So I love this saying, your energy is the most important thing you own. I would also say that it's probably the only thing that you really truly own. And that's really empowering. That's, to me, that's a really empowering sentence. And it's not just a cute sentence. I think it's like something to really contemplate and reflect on, because our energy is like, if you go with the philosophy that, you know, energy is everything and that energy is the basis of everything, then looking after your energy on the physical, on the mental, on the emotional level is what's going to bring you into that space of coherence and bring you into that space of thriving and bring you into that space where all of these things that you see on the screen, the physical, the mental, the emotional, your meridians, your organs, your energy centers, like all the parts of you are speaking to each other in a way where they can understand. So I'm sure you would have experience. I like Healy is a device, essentially it was designed for pain, but pain isn't just a pain that you can feel in your body. There's emotional pain, there's mental pain. We go through anguish all the time. And so, well, you know, not all the time, but it happens. It happens in life. And Healy is a device that creates coherence amongst the elements of who you are, so that you can be powerful in your creation, so that you can be powerful in your body, so that you can be powerful in your choices, and so that you can really have that coherence, so that essentially your insides, who you know yourself to be, is reflected externally, and you get to live your genius and joy. Thank you. Yes. So this is a picture of all of the program pages that Healy offers, and there are many, from pain and psyche to, we have mental balance. If you are, you know, there's like addictions and feel good. We have meridians, there's like chakras, there's protection, like Wi-Fi protection, planetary protection. There are programs that are kind of like your real basic sort of looking after the body at like the lymphatic level, at the kidneys, at the hormones, pain, back pain. And then you go into frequencies such as fitness, like cell regeneration, performance, stamina. There really is a program for every aspect of what it means to be a human, an optimized human. Yes, thank you. So this is a bit of a sciencey model, and essentially what it speaks to is how the cell, there has been a lot of research and scientific research around how the cell membrane is really is what keeps the cell in its integrity, in its greatest functioning capacity. So if you think of every cell as its own universe inside your body, there's billions and billions and billions of cells, and it is the cell membrane and the voltage of the cell membrane that keeps that informs that cell of what its optimized state actually is or should be. And our body has its own capacity to heal. That is how we were created. That is like the right order of things. And when life is happening and there's stress and different stimulus coming into our experience, that doesn't happen so much. And so the voltage of the cell membrane begins to deteriorate. And when that happens, you probably can't read that well because it's a little bit faded, but when that happens, it's obviously there's a different frequency for the cell membrane at each stage of like when dis-ease is happening in the body. And so the cells can't function at a cellular level fully and bring themselves back into the fullness of their own health and their own greatness. And what Healy does, what the microcurrents do in Healy, is that they provide the cell with the energy, the hertz, and they provide the cell with the frequency, the instruction for those cells to be able to bring themselves back into their own balance. So Healy isn't doing the healing, your cells are doing their own healing, but Healy is providing the energy and the instruction for that it's picked up from its own, from the scan that it's done when it analyzes, like, oh, this is out of resonance. Okay, here's the frequency that's going to bring that back into resonance. And so the cell receives that frequency and it brings itself back into resonance. And what the energy, the hertz do, I always find that word really interesting, hertz. They increase ATP production. So ATP is like the energy of the cell. It's how the cell fuels itself. So the energy, the hertz, which are completely compatible and the same as our energy hertz, increases ATP production by up to 500%. So that means that your cells have the energy to bring themselves back into balance. It also increases amino acid transports. These are like the vital substances that are required for our cells to be at that beautiful, like thriving level, up to 40%. And it also increases protein synthesis by up to 70%. So if you like, that is really a picture of thriving, essentially, is what that model is explaining. This is me. So what makes Healy unique as opposed to other frequency devices? And there are a few frequency devices on the market. And as I mentioned before, Healy has the largest range of frequencies. It was originally devised from I guess, a mother company, we kind of like to call it, called Time Waver, which Sarah's going to go into a little bit. The creator of Time Waver was a monk and a physicist, like really the embodiment of science meets spirituality. And yeah, so he created this Time Waver machine, and these machines, like they're super expensive. Like I think the lowest one is about $40,000 or something like that, and they can go up to and over $100,000. And they were so successful in practices, in health practices, that they wanted to turn them into like smaller devices, which is exactly what they did. And the way that they did that was they developed this amazing technology called a quantum sensor, which is the thing that scans and analyzes, and it's taking your frequency in real time and delivering those frequencies back every 10 seconds into your bioenergetic field. And it also does a whole bunch of other like really crazy stuff that like is really really exciting in terms of like just getting really crazily specific about what's happening in your energy field, where it kind of can really spin people out. I don't know, most of you probably experienced it, but it's yeah, that's the work of the quantum sensor, essentially. So the quantum sensor is really coming from a place of your blueprint. It's coming from the place of your genius, of your highest possible potential, and then it's picking up in your field where there are like where the energy has been stuck or looping, or there's little glitches in the matrix, I suppose, and then it's delivering those to you so that you can obviously be aware of them, but then it also delivers those frequencies to you as well. And that is 3 of the things that make Healy unique, and I'm sure there's many more like this amazing community. And I'm going to hand it back to Sarah.
You can get super nerdy in the science, and some people love that, and I love that, and I know Adahi loves that. But going back to like the abundance blueprint and why we called this webinar the abundance blueprint, it's like, because when we come back to our innate blueprint, we are abundant, we are in flow, we are living out our true nature and purpose. And that's something that I think everyone in here is probably connecting with as well. I really want to quickly move through this because this, you know, we want to hear like the real stories of what this has done for people, both in terms of their own health and their financial health. But I think it is important to touch on, you know, the origins of where something's come from. So Marcus, like Ada here said, really is the embodiment of science meets spirituality. And he was a monk for 12, 13 years. Then he went deep into quantum science, and he really has beautiful intentions to get this into like 1 billion. Is it 1 billion? I always get that wrong. 1 billion homes around the world. And you can feel he is a genius, but he really has that purity of heart and his intention. And whenever I hear him speak, I'm just like, I get goosebumps, you know. So to align with that has been really beautiful. And then Christian Helper, multi-billionaire, you know, and I love that his wealth was really generated through the super fund, but then he invested a lot in crypto. So he is about humanity. He's about shifting into different and looking for alternative structures, platforms, and systems, like financial systems, like healing systems. He also does a lot of green projects and vegan Michelin chain restaurants and things like that. So he's a paradigm shifter in himself and fully financially backs Healy, which is incredible because it means that we're really sovereign in our decision making as a company to really get this out into the world. And he's like all in. Even his wife or his partner now is in Healy. So he's not going anywhere when it comes to like backing frequencies all the way. So let's just hear from a couple of people. I mean, I was going to share, we were going to have another beautiful woman share her story, but she'll be on next week. Kerry, did you want to jump on and just share if you're here? Are you hiding in the background?
Yeah. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can
Yeah, I'm
hear
just
you.
going to put my video on. Give me one sec. Sorry.
The Healy effect, we call it, because literally people change and transform. So Kerry, do you want to just quickly just share what your experience has been?
Yeah, sure. So Deanna, who's on this call, one of my best friends, she introduced me to Healy mid last year. And at the time I was having a lot of hormonal issues. I was having a lot of migraines. I was lacking direction in my life. I was also a very impatient and grumpy parent of a toddler. And just in all, I just wasn't very happy with life in general. So yes, I received my Healy about 10 months ago and was using it a lot. And as you do, just experiment with it. And it's amazing because literally within a couple of months, I stopped having migraines. So I haven't actually had a migraine in 6 months since using Healy. And to give you some context, when I first had migraines, I was literally floored, in bed, sick, vomiting for like 2 days. Where after using Healy, like literally as soon as I felt one coming on, I'd run a program, and within a couple of hours, it would either be just a headache or disappear altogether. So it's actually got to a point now where I don't experience them at all. So I just think that on its own is freaking amazing. And then I'm also a much calmer parent. I find that I'm not triggered as much with my daughter. I have also gained a lot more direction in life. So I actually think through Healy, I've just I think becoming more in balance just in general in a lot of areas of my life. I have kind of found my own passion and have now started my own business as well. So I'll kind of say in all areas, health, mental health, direction, everything, things have shifted a lot in the last 10 months. So yeah, I love using it. I use it every day. I do not leave the house without it. And yeah, I just absolutely love it. So highly recommend it.
And I love that Deanna's there just like cheering you on, and that that's a beautiful part of this as well. It's like you've got a community supporting and cheering you on to go to that next level. And
yeah.
Beautiful to see. And I was super quickly going to share my story in replacement of Jess, who will do it next week. But I was just going to share my, I guess, abundance story, if you will, because I've shared my health story before, and it was profound with my health. Because if you don't have your energy at its optimum, it's very hard to create in the way that is possible. And so that was definitely my start point. I think, is someone else joining? Oh, where's she gone? Carmen.
I added her.
Okay, great. But in terms of my abundance shift, I was coaching, and I was successfully coaching, even though my energy wasn't on point. I had 5-figure months. I had great clients. I was running events, and I'd have rooms full of like 30, 40 women and be like, this is incredible. But it was energy taxing because it was all me doing it. And B, I was feeling isolated, and I wanted people that would also lift me up to that next level. Like I was doing a lot of giving and a lot of like, bringing people along on the journey with me. But I really wanted to be around people that I could link arms with, where together we could go to that next level, and I'd have people challenging and inspiring me. And also my income was like, I couldn't scale it in the way that I wanted to and make the impact that I wanted to. So I was, as well as my health, I had prayers and intentions around that, because I had hormone imbalances and it would wobble me. But also it was really about the impact and my desire to be around like-minded community and play a bigger game and bring my vision to life. So I had these inquiries, and then Healy came in. Obviously, it was first and foremost the balance with my hormones and the energetic shifts that I had. But then it was like I finally had the energy and the capacity and the environment and the mentors and the support to play at the level that I knew was possible. And I did. I went on to create my biggest financial months with Healy. I also had a platform to have more of a voice and more impact and more reach. And I had the confidence and, you know, the energetic capacity to do that. So I was, you know, able to go on and create a community, nearly 6,000 people in my community. There's no chance in my coaching that I would have had the ability to reach and make that much impact. And like I said, being around other women and other leaders that I could link arms with, that, you know, we would challenge and support each other, and that sense of community and that ability to leverage and create income where it's not just my efforts that I'm rewarded for, it's like exponential. Like, and I really want women to understand that shift into residual income, into passive income, because that model is very supportive for a woman to thrive, I believe, because you're on when you're on, you can rest and nourish. You know, I know we've got women on here that have taken 6 months off with this model where they're receiving abundance, but they're not always having to be on. And I believe as women, to thrive, we need models that we can open to receive in new ways. So that was very quickly my story and what I've experienced, and now what I'm so passionate about supporting other women to experience as well. Because once you have that experience, you want every woman to have that experience. So on that note, I'm going to hand over to Diana now, who's going to share a little bit about her journey. And then also she's going to go into this business model because she's super passionate about helping people understand it on a bigger level. So take it away.
Thank you. I just love, I've been on these calls all the time, but I just love every single one. I love hearing the stories. I love hearing you explain the product every time out of here. And Kerry, your transformation, like I can't express to you guys where Kerry has moved the needle from when we connected about this a year ago to now has been absolutely phenomenal. Like it's been the most amazing journey to be on with you and watch that growth and, you know, share it together. And yeah, I just salute you and celebrate you. It's amazing. I've actually never seen anything like it. So I'm so proud of you. Anyway, so I usually like to share my health story with Healy because it's been ridiculous. It's been a transformation of healing a condition that I've suffered with for 20 years, debilitating clinical condition that has, just in summary, been officially completely diagnosed as completely healed. I'm not here to go into that story today, but I just want to make mention of that because that is where it started, and that is where all of this starts in terms of the health. But I really want to talk to you about the abundance and the money today in my story, and not shy away from that, because when I did purchase the Healy purely for and I had never heard of Healy or anything about it, but I purchased it purely, it was a massive intuitive hit when I came across it, and it was black and white. I bought it. But I very quickly educated myself on what it was. Like, it was intuitive. I knew I had to know about this device. I just knew it was going to help my condition and in all the ways. And I couldn't explain it at the time. It was just intuitive. And I know you know what I mean when I say that. But I educated myself really, really fast, really, really quick. And I spent, I can remember spending hours. If you guys are not on the, it's called the Frequency Experience. If you're not on that page, get on that page and look into some of the testimonials, because I just got in there and started reading. I was just like, this is crazy. Like, this product is revolutionizing the way we heal. And kind of disrupting the medical industry, right? And I was getting that for those hundreds of thousands of these testimonials, and I educated myself really quickly. And then I found out it was really quickly also found out it was a network marketing model. And I had been in network marketing before and loved the model. It was black and white again for me. I was like, I've got to share this with people straight away. So I hadn't even had the product experience, but I got it. Like, I was able to put my ego aside immediately. Like I understand there's integrity and you've got to have an experience before you can share something. I get that part of it, but it's ego. Like for me, that's ego. For me to sit there and say, oh, I'm just not going to believe into all of these testimonials I'm reading. I'm just not going to, I'm going to bypass what all the doctors and scientists are saying about this product. And I'm going to wait for an extended period of time before I'm healed, before I can share this product. So don't get me wrong, I'm not getting it twisted with integrity around sharing a product, but I got it straight away. I left my ego at the door and I went all in. And when I say I went all in, I don't mean like I was still running another business. I'm a single, like a full-time single mum, completely solo. I didn't go all in as in 40, 50, 60 hours a week. I just went all in here. And I started sharing. So just to fast forward, that first month while I was still doing all of that, I shared it with a handful of people and I made $10,000. Now that's not a huge amount of money, but while doing all those other things in, you know, your first month in a new company, that's pretty amazing, right, guys? And that, I don't say that from a space of arrogance. I say that from a space of people need this product. People need this product for their health. People need this product for, you know, for all the reasons. People need this product for a financial blueprint, a financial vehicle to create abundance in their life, because without money, we're not healthy. You know, it's the same. But you know, that part of it is people need to know about that. So I guess in summary, what I want to say, if you're sitting there today and you've listened to everything that we've all shared, and you've got something in your health or in your energetic field that you know you need to improve. Now, this can be anything. It can be a clinical condition. It can be, you know, like Kerry mentioned, migraines. It could be like breaking through financial blockages that you've got anywhere in your life that you are blocked, that you're at a ceiling at, that you can't fix, that you can't improve from a health, mentally, physically, emotionally. This device is going to help you. Absolutely, black and white, this device is going to give you a transformation. The second thing, if you're sitting there and you want to recreate or you want to improve your abundance blueprint in terms of black and white money, you need to make a decision on this call today, because I've been in business and corporate and franchise and traditional business and all sorts of different models. This vehicle to create finance, to create money in your life, there's nothing else like it. And if someone else can come and show me another way, I will absolutely look at it and take a look. But if you want money and abundance in your life, you're not on here by mistake today. The third thing is, if you are looking for community, if you are, you know, if you're completely open to something new, jump on this rocket ship. If you've already got your business vehicle, you're already a coach, you're already something, you're already doing well in your business, but you're just desperate for community, again, you're in the right place. Now, I just want to say that you are on this call for a reason. And what I've learned, or what I know, is that if you have been for the last weeks, months, years, even your whole life, but if you have been asking the universe for something, if you have been sitting there going, I need more health in my life, I need to fix this relationship, I need more, I want more money in my life, I want better relationships, I want to push my power to the next level, and you're on this call, that is the universe. This is the universe saying, here it is. Here it is. Here is what you've been asking for. And the difference between the two people that have success in life and don't, it's the people that are either on this call and the universe, and they've been asking for something around health, money, community, finances, abundance, and you're here on this call and you say, yes, amazing, well done, you're in the right place. If you say no, you're basically giving the universe a big bird and saying, I know I asked for this, but no, thank you. So you're on this call for a reason, guys. This is an incredible opportunity. And yeah, I just want to say, and here it is, black and white. If you're sitting on this call and you're getting that from me, it's a sacral, yes. You're getting the intuitive hit. You're excited. You want in. If you've got the money in your bank account to get a device and get started on your experience with Healy, black and white, just say yes. If you're a person that is sitting there, that is all the yeses for all the reasons, but you don't have the money in the bank account, I'm just going to say to you, that does not mean you can't move forward with this. So you still need to decide today on this call, make a decision, regardless of what's in your bank account or not, or what's in your budget. And once you decide, you set the intention, you send the message to the universe that, yes, I'm doing this no matter what. And I promise you, you will find a way to find the money. The money will show up in your account. And in fact, I just want to share, Kerry's actually on this call, and I hope I get this right. But back when Kerry bought it last year, I think it was $4,000 I spent on my device. Kerry was a new mum. It wasn't completely in her budget. But she did that. She decided, she's like, yes, I do. I really need this device. She decided, and she didn't have, it wasn't in her budget and her partner's budget. And she rang me, like I said, just decide the way or the how will just follow through. I promise you it will show up or you'll find a way. She rang me, I don't know whether it was 2, 3, 10 days later. She rang me, she said, Dee, you're not going to believe this, but I did decide, and I knew I was going to have this device. I knew I was going to use a Healy. And she said, I have just been paid something like 4 or 5 times the amount of a tax return that I, like the greatest tax return that I've ever had in my life. And it's not even like double. It was like ridiculously more money than she'd ever imagined. So I just thought of that example then. But what I'm saying is just decide, say yes, and take the steps to follow through. Because guys, this is for me the greatest opportunity. This is by far the greatest opportunity that's come into my life, and it can be for you too. So I don't know, was I meant to go through slides there?
It's perfect. I love it.
I wasn't looking at the screen. I was in the zone.
No, these are like, and like, just to like bring it home, like I love Dee's passion and enthusiasm. She knows this industry. She knows what this model can do. And again, we've got all women on the call, especially for women. You know, she is a busy mum and she can still do it. So, you know, just to one level deeper to understand why this is, if you haven't been in these models before, why you've kind of fluked being drawn to Healy, is because it is very quickly a category creating product, which goes back to some of the things we've touched on. It's a complete paradigm shift in the wellness and healing space. It's not another lotion or potion that's slightly tweaked and it's like not playing in this realm. It's playing in its own complete new paradigm in health and healing and freedom. And that's why I'm particularly excited, because it attracts a whole different level of person, like you're seeing on here. It's disrupting a lot of industries, the beauty industry, the wellness industry, the healing industry, even conscious entrepreneurship. It's disrupting these industries because it is a whole different paradigm that we're playing in. Like we've said, it's a startup. It's an incredible time to be in now because it hasn't really gone mainstream in the marketplace yet, but it will next year. And if you're in now and you create this beautiful community and this beautiful foundations alongside other women that have similar shared visions and values, you are positioning yourself in ways you can't even imagine right now. And it's really where the world is going. Like we said at the beginning, circling back, technology, female leadership, community, humanity, impacting humanity on scale. It's where everything is lining up. So like I said, if you haven't seen these models before, just trust many women on these calls that have. It's a very nicely lined up, timed business opportunity. I'm sure many of you already know this. We won't go into this too much, but do connect with the person who's invited you. Really, I think Deanna really touched on it well. The thing that I see is the difference between people who have so many incredible transformations in every area of life. It's an energetic full yes, and the rest kind of works itself out. Like that is actually the only thing that you really need to do, is energetically make the yes, and then the other things happen. There's different models. There's the global sale, which finishes on, depending on where you are in the world, midnight on the 6th, 7th morning for Bali, Australia. So if you know people, like if you're on the call, I'm sure you maybe already have one or you're looking at being part of that, but also think of people that you may know that would want to join you on this journey, and let them know while the promotion is on, before we launch into Healy 2.0 and things get even more fun and exciting. And we just
share on that. Sorry, can I just share on that slide, just so you know, that slide that's saying there, resonance 3,974, that sale that Sarah's talking about, that you get that device, that resonance device, for 2,200. So that's worth mentioning. So that 4,000 there, which is what we all paid, unless you got it on sale, is $2,200. That is absolutely crazy.
And €1,000, if you're talking euro and dollars, it's like €1,000 off, and that won't happen again. So yeah, both for yourself and other people that you know and love and care about, it is incredible.
Can I just say one more thing? When if you're sitting here today and you think like you don't have to go out and sell Heelys, so to speak, it's like all you have to do is share your excitement. So if you've been on this call today and you're like going to get a Heely, you're thinking of people, all you have to do is share that with people. Get on the phone and say, I've just been on this call. It blew my mind for these reasons. Come and check it out. I'm going all in with this. Or whatever your true, authentic excitement and experience is right now. You don't have to know anything about it. You don't have to go and repeat this information. You don't have to have your own Heely story or anything. Just literally share from the excitement and the space that you're in right now after this call. Get off the phone and go and message 3 or 5 people. And I guarantee you, when you share from that authentic space of excitement, people will come with you. People will come with you. I promise you. Anyway, I'm out.
And that's a great note to end on. We want to wrap it up, keep it concise. Thank you to the amazing Ada here for sharing beautifully on the product, Dee for sharing your passion and enthusiasm about the business, Kerry for your incredible transformational story. And yeah, we're excited to just welcome you with open arms and support you on whatever level you want to play at, because it all really is available here. And also for those of you, same time tomorrow, 9 a.m. Singapore time, wherever that is, where you're calling in from, we actually have an orientation call where you learn how to maximize and master your Heely. And also if you want some more tangible tools on how to share this with people and, understand the business model more, we touch on that as well. So same time tomorrow on this link for those that want to, go on this journey and delve deeper into it. So lots of love from Bali. Thank you to everyone who spoke and all the ones behind the scenes and those learning and just whatever drew you here. Like Dee said, trust is for a reason, and we're here for you. See you guys, ladies, women. Bye.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Oh, hey, Luce, I'll give you a buzz.